The iPhone 15 Pro Max is coming with plenty of upgrades across the board, and new reports confirm some great news on its camera system. So first story of the day, we've got more confirmations from Mark Gurman, and he says that the use of third-party apps will be allowed on the iPhone 15 series due to iOS 17. Thanks to the EU Digital Markets Act, Apple will be allowing side-loading of third-party apps, meaning users are no longer restricted to Apple's App Store, but according to Mark Gurman, this is going to be for Europe only, and the feature won't be rolled out globally where it's not required. Now, he also says that Apple probably won't announce it at their Worldwide Developer Conference, and while they will be adding the feature, they'll be playing it down a bit and not even talking about it. Something that doesn't need to be played down, however, is today's video sponsor, the CaseQ Magic Stand. The CaseQ Magic Stand offers great protection for your iPhone with built-in airbags in the corners, a case that protrudes slightly past the lenses to protect your cameras, and great overall protection with lightweight materials that add minimal thickness to your phone. The CaseQ Magic Stand not only looks great, but we've got the foldable stand to prop up your phone at any angle between 40 and 120 degrees. It's got a 48 magnet ring you can use with all of your favorite MagSafe chargers and accessories, and it comes in a range of colors available for the iPhone 12, 13 and 14. I've placed the link down in the description below so you can go ahead and check it out now. And if you use the discount code TTTech10, you'll get 10% off as well. Now next up, we've got news from Ice Universe, and he confirms that the iPhone 15 Pro Max will have the Periscope Zoom camera, but the iPhone 15 Pro won't. Now Ming-Chi Kuo also confirmed in a report that the iPhone 15 Pro Max is going to feature a periscope lens that offers an optical zoom of 5 to 6 times zoom, and this is a sensible move. Not only does this give us great photos at up to 6 times zoom, but it's also going to improve the quality of other ranges like 10 times or even 12 times due to the longer optical range. Next up, for those of you that prefer normal photos instead of zoom, we've got confirmation from Ice Universe on Twitter that the iPhone 15 Pro Max is almost a 1-inch sensor for the primary camera. Now his tweet confirms that Apple are going to use the Sony IMX903, and this is a 1/1.4-inch sensor, and you can see from his tweet that the sensor size has been increasing year upon year. A larger camera sensor generally results in better photos as the camera sensor can let in more light, and of course when it comes to mobile phones, because they are relatively small, software does play a big part. Another big change in the iPhone 15 Pro Max is going to be the removal of the mute switch, and it's now being changed for an action button. Now, while early rumors said it would be a touch button along with the power and the volume buttons, there's now many sources saying it's not going to happen at all. There were so many contradictions, I've got no idea what they're going to do. We're going to have to wait for further updates, but one thing that does look certain is no more mute switch. While many have complained that the past few iPhone releases have looked too similar, I don't think this is really an issue. Now, the design has proved popular with many sales in the Pro models, and it makes sense to then focus on the hardware rather than completely redesigning the iPhone 15 just for the sake of it. Now, the iPhone 15 Pro models are going to be getting a slightly more curved design with some changes to the buttons, but with these huge camera upgrades on top of the A17 Bionic, it is going to be an incredible device. Now, unfortunately, that's all the news we've got for today, but make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing in the future.